Hello guys, and welcome to our next episode of Backstage Pass, John's Route. Last time we left off and we got a little extra scene because we had gotten the black truffles, and that is fantastic. We just barely won these 2 tickets because of the survey we took in the Steel City Mall like a year ago. So we got 2 tickets to the Steel City Renaissance Fair, and we'll be going to that Renaissance Fair with John once we're... Oh, I should probably reply to that. I confirm this is my address. Thank you. Your prize will be shipped to you next week. This is an automated response from Mails Surveys Int, or International. Do not respond to this email. It's always those little emails, and those are just a pain sometimes because it's just like, okay, I actually want to like reply to you guys, but whatever. Those casual tank tops at the Divide are amazing. I love mine. Me too. Those are for anyone who's into a fashion for a certain someone. Whoa, latest episode was intense. All the evidence seems to be stacking up against Katerina. There's no way she killed Vice. Maybe Ryan did it? Whoa, good idea. He's been acting really on edge this whole time. Yeah, well... okay, so I think we watched all of the... we watched all of the movies that we could, so I guess at this point we're just going to date John.
Hello.
Hi!
I suppose.
Just go, and we'll do this.
Greetings, my lady.
Hello, and we're going to have some spinach and feta.
And you remain.
Yep.
That's as good a.
Thanks,
Always a pleasure.
and bye. Okay, now we can just vlog, and then go into town for some more pho. Uh-oh, there was an argument going on in the comments section of my blog. It's kind of pointless, but a lot of people are visiting my blog just to watch it unfold. That counts as popularity, right? I guess. As soon as Lloyd calls break, I pull John aside. Hey, can we talk?
What's on your mind?
Why didn't you tell me you might be moving for a new role?
That information was confidential.
But Lloyd knew.
He's my business partner. I had to tell him so he could plan for the future.
And I don't have to plan for the future?
I didn't think our relationship was predicated on where I work.
It's not, but that doesn't mean it won't change things. This is important. What am I supposed to do?
That's up to you, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess it is. Wow, drama. But yeah, she's right, dude. She kind of needs to know. And that bothers me so much too. It's just like, oh my gosh. Just, I don't know. My tickets for the Renaissance Fair arrived today.
Hello?
John, I just want a pair of tickets to the local Renaissance Fair. Let's go.
As you wish, my lady. I shall pick you up shortly.
And we'll just... I think Lloyd is the one that likes you dressing up. I don't know about John. So I'll just stick with this. It's the safe option. The fair has already filled with people by the time we arrive. I instinctively move closer to John. He takes my hand and gives it a reassuring squeeze.
I'm here.
We move quickly through the crowds. John strides confidently across the grassy path. People seem to part to make way for him. My brain apparently did not want to read that. At the far end of the fair, a crowd is gathering around a fenced-off area. John places a hand on the shoulder of one of the onlookers.
What's happening here, mate?
Night competition!
John coughs and tries to hide his expression.
Night. Of course.
There's a tag team competition if the 2 of you want to enter. One of you has to do archery, and the other does sword fighting.
Is there a prize?
First place is a $200 gift card to the Divide. Second place is a 5-course meal at a gourmet restaurant.
John and I glance at each other.
Second place?
Second place.
I think I remember some sword work from the old days.
Well, I can handle the archery part. I head to the targets and approach a man standing over a selection of bows. Where do I sign up? The man hands me a bow.
Right here! Land an arrow in the center of that target and your team will move on to the next round. Whoever wins the sword fight wins the prize.
No problem. I notch an arrow on the bow and draw. The first shot lands in the furthest ring of the target. Oof, I'm kind of rusty at this. From the looks of it, most other people are too. However, one of the archers at the far end has already landed his arrow in the center of the target. I notch another arrow and let it fly. This one lands in the bullseye, neatly beside his. I glance over at him and he smiles. He looks impressed. John immediately steps between us.
Nice aim, little wizard. I'll take it from here.
John picks up a sword and gives it a few practice swings.
Shall we?
John removes his glasses, loosens his tie, and steps into the ring. As soon as he does, a murmur ripples through the audience. That guy looks just like Knight. I think he is Knight. The people in the crowd are whispering amongst themselves, but John ignores them and faces his opponent. The swordsman on the other side of the ring also blocks out the sound of the crowd. He races towards John, and the two of them lock swords. The blades clash against each other, each opponent searching for a weak spot. John's opponent attempts to execute a fancy maneuver, but he loses his balance and tumbles to the side. Acting on reflex, John twists his sword and quickly disarms his opponent. The other swordsman bows his head in defeat, and the crowd erupts into a cheer. Knight is the coolest! Let me be your lady! John quickly exits the ring and ducks behind a nearby tent away from the cheering audience. The other team's archer greets his friend and the two of them bump fists. 5-course dinner!
Miss Gooden, I do believe we've been duped.
John appears at my side, glasses back in place. I can't believe we lost the battle for second place by getting first place. The man who handed me my bow approaches us with a form in his hand.
Congratulations! Might I get your contact details so we can send you your prize?
I fill out the form while he stares at John.
You wouldn't happen to be John Brandon, would you?
The man has dropped his announcer voice and he sounds a lot more like a giddy fan. John affects a heavy southern accent.
You know, I sure do get a lot of folks saying that, but I don't got the darndest clue who y'all are talking about.
I swear, you two look identical. You should try cosplaying Knight someday.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
I hand the man the form and he hurries off to collect the information from the second place team. As soon as he's out of earshot, I turn to John. Y'all? He shrugs.
It worked, didn't it?
Yeah, but I doubt even that will last very long. We better get out of here before word gets out.
I couldn't agree more.
That's funny. I'm pretty sure people do that. John Brandon was at the fair. Alert, alert. John Brandon was totally at the fair. He won the night battle with some girl. What? Seriously? I'm so upset that I couldn't go this year. So that was him. I thought he looked familiar. I swear it was like watching a live episode of Knight Errant. That was seriously the coolest thing ever. No, now you're making me even more envious. I understand that. I understand that so much. What did you guys think of the new episode? I did not see that coming. Vice is alive? I can't believe he set up Katerina as a murderer just to mess with her. We probably should have guessed that. They wouldn't kill him off so easily. But how did he fake the DNA evidence? Good question. Okay, so go on a date or just sleep? We'll do this.
Hello?
Just skippity skip, skippity skip, skippity skip skip. This.
And you remain.
Thank you.
That's as good a reason. Always a pleasure.
Thank you. Continuing on. Okay. And now we don't have to worry about anything, so just work the whole time, I guess. I have maxed out all of these stats except for popularity, but that
Good
tends to
afternoon,
happen.
Sean. I have something I think you'd like to see.
Selena spreads out a newspaper article on the counter.
I've been keeping in contact with Allison's parents to see how she's been. They just sent me this.
I pick up the newspaper and read the headline. A local actress launches a theater program for children with special needs. Allison did this?
Keep reading.
I skim through the article until I come across a quote from Allison. I've spent most of my life hiding who I am, but a recent talk with a friend made me realize I don't have to be ashamed. Acting is my passion, and I want other kids to be able to experience that same passion without fear of judgment. It's a difficult road, and I wouldn't be able to do this without my friends and family, but if I can help others the way my friends have helped me, then it's worth it.
The article goes on to talk about some of the trials she's gone through, along with all the support she's gotten from the community.
This is really incredible. I can't believe she managed to do all of this in so little time.
Allison is a remarkable young woman. I look forward to seeing what else she does.
If it's okay, can I hang on to this article?
Of course. I thought you might want to.
Thank you, Selena. See, Allison's pretty awesome. But I guess Sean kind of helped her to get to that point. I don't know. We'll see. Sean's pretty influential. Continuing on.
Hey there, stranger.
Well, howdy. I haven't seen you around these parts before.
Guess you'll just have to show me around, huh?
Sorry, you're on your own.
Cold.
I never claimed to be a nice person. But in all seriousness, welcome back. It's been weird without you around. Want to stop by the coffee shop? Drinks are on me.
Sounds like a blast.
All right, Kona coffee with cream and 3 sugars. You still take it like that, right?
Always will.
So, how'd it go?
Pretty good, actually. The crowds were even bigger than last year, if you can believe that.
Oh, I believe it. Those palm fronds are coming out in full force.
Palm fronds. Are the fans really calling themselves that?
I think it's kind of cute.
Well, if you like it, then I guess it's okay. And what about you?
Oh, things have been pretty normal. Well, as normal as they can be. Vice versa's didn't get renewed. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next.
What? But I thought everyone loved it.
I did too, but the viewing numbers are lower than the network wants. The first season is the last.
I'm really sorry.
I'm more worried about John and Lloyd. They seem really upset by this.
Makes sense. I'm sure things will work out, though. Both of them are good at what they do.
I hope so.
Anyway, I feel like a jerk for cutting our reunion short, but I need sleep. Bad.
I understand. I'm glad you came to see me before going to sleep.
Of course I came to see you. It's been way too long since we saw each other. But not even coffee can save me. I'm heading back.
No problem. See you later. Oh. And people are going to start thinking the same thing. The penultimate episode. Why is this season almost over? Vice really did have a mole. How many times are the writers going to mess with us? At least that explains how the DNA evidence got switched. I don't know if my heart can handle the wait for the finale. Oh boy. You guys are gonna have a fun time with that. We're gonna continue on. Gonna skippity skip, skippity skip, skippity skip, 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 skippity skip. That was nothing. Pain in my backside. Okay, we'll just work the whole time again. Gonna go to town. Is there anything that will happen? Continue on. Get some faux because why not? Checking email. Checking this. Okay. Season finale. Ah, Katerina. Ah, Vice. Why? Ah, Ryan. No. Ah. Worst part is that this was the last episode ever. What? No. Why? Fuji's network didn't renew it. They never keep my favorite shows, and now I don't know what to do with myself. Yeah, well, I know how that feeling is. Guess we'll go
Hello?
date John again. Because this is like the last time. And now just work. Town. Let's see. Foe. Get some foe. I think this is like the end. Like, we're at the end.
Greetings, milady. Now that summer is drawing to a close, I was wondering if you'd do me the honor of a beach trip.
Okay, so this is the ending, guys. This is the last episode for John's route. That is exciting. That is exciting. Whoa, you get to see the ending now. Okay, so we're gonna continue on. Sounds like fun. Wow, this place is lovely. I can't believe we're the only ones here.
This particular portion belongs to a mate of mine.
Of course.
Although I confess I brought you here for somewhat selfish reasons.
John hands me a gift bag. A swimsuit?
I didn't think you'd want to wear a swimming costume in front of a million strangers. But since we're alone, I hope you don't mind.
I give John a teasing smile. Well, since it's you, I guess I'm okay with it. I'll be right back. So, what do you think? Well, let's see, what do we think? Aw, that's a cute swimsuit. I would seriously wear that swimsuit. Seriously, I would. I don't see a whole lot of swimsuits like that anymore. It makes me kind of sad. John lays out a towel and smiles.
Would you like me to apply your sun cream?
It's okay. I don't want to be a bother. John sighs.
Sean, I'm trying to cleverly ask permission to touch your body.
I feel my face heat up. Oh, right. Then yes, please? John takes his time, moving his hands slowly down my body. I shiver as his fingers cross over me tightly.
You're still not accustomed to this.
This is still very new for me. He laughs and stands up.
In your own time, then. Ready to swim?
I race past John and charge into the ocean. Always. John follows me, but I plunge into the deeper water before he can catch up. I take a breath and dive under the surface. As I see him approach, I spring from the water.
Oi!
John stumbles back, startled. I giggle and splash water in his direction. I didn't realize you scare so easily.
I didn't realize you were such a troublemaker.
He reaches for me, but with a few quick kicks, I maneuver out of his grasp. You can't outswim an island girl.
Is that a challenge?
John swims towards me, moving quickly through the water with each stroke of his arms. He manages to wrap his fingers around my hand, but I pull my hand away before he can solidify his grasp. Oh, close one. John chases me, and again I evade his reach. We continue the game of tag until both of us are worn out. I bob back to the shore and lie down on the towel. John stumbles after me and places a hand on my shoulder.
There!
He looks triumphant. I smile. Took you long enough.
You're faster than I gave you credit for.
I shut my eyes and relax. The sun has warmed the towel and it feels nice against my skin. Listening to the sound of the waves is so soothing. It's like a song. I suddenly realize that the waves are lapping against my legs. What? I jolt awake at the sight of the setting sun and the tide coming in.
Easy there.
John places a comforting hand on my shoulder. What happened? How long was I asleep?
All that swimming must have tired you out more than you thought. You fell asleep the instant your head touched the ground.
And you didn't wake me? What if the tide came in and drowned me?
If it came to it, I'd offer resuscitation.
John, Brandon, you can't just kiss a girl before disappearing on her. John coughs and stares out at the ocean.
Concerning that,
Yes?
this past year, I left home to find myself, and I found so much more. I found a talented young man with an amazing voice. I found an old friendship rekindled. I found that acting really is my passion.
He turns his gaze to me.
And I found an amazing woman whom I love more than acting itself.
I find myself speechless at his confession.
I turned down the role for the new series.
But I thought you wanted it.
I want to act. I always will, but more than that, I want to be near you. I hope you feel the same way.
I do, but what about your career? I can't take that away from you.
You take nothing from me and add everything. I have a career here too. Besides, you have your school and your mates and your work. You'd have a lot more to lose if I asked you to come with me.
John leans forward and rubs his thumb slowly against my lower lip.
I love you, and if you'll have me, I want to stay with you.
My heart is beating wildly, and it's all I can do to whisper a response. I love you too. I clear my throat and lean forward. So, about that mouth-to-mouth you promised. John kisses me gently once, then again more passionately. As our lips interlock, I feel his hand run down my back. He leans over me and lowers his body onto mine. The ocean waves splash over our bodies, and the cold water sends a sudden shiver up my spine, but John's warmth quickly melts away the cold. I don't know what the future holds for us, but in this moment, I know that we'll be able to face it together. Backstage Pass was created by sooooo Visual. This is the end! And since I got all of the... since his affection was all the way up, and I got both of his stats all the way up, I also get the extra scene at the very end. But I'm not sure if I should show this to you. You know what? I'm just gonna be nice, and I'm going to show it to you guys. If you want to look at the full credits for Backstage Pass, you can go to their sookoovisual.com /backstage pass. And you can find the full credits there. So we'll continue on. Why is this music still going on? To be honest, I'm not even sure why it's still going on. I think they wanted to have a different music playing at this point, but that didn't happen. It's just the everyday music now. I think I'm going to just turn it off here. Okay. The door opens slowly and John enters with an over-dramatic groan. Long day at work? Let's look at her outfit, since apparently it changed. Oh look, she looks all professional and stuff. I actually would wear that. I seriously would wear that. Not even joking, I would wear that.
Aren't they all?
I finished early in the shop today. The mold is setting now. Might need your help getting it out in the morning.
Just call and I'll be there.
John seats himself on the couch and picks up a large envelope set on the table beside him.
What's this?
A courier just dropped it off. I think it's a script for an upcoming movie someone wants you to be in.
Have you looked at it?
You know I wouldn't. John motions to the space beside him.
Shall we?
I sit beside him and he immediately turns on his back to rest his head on my lap. Comfortable? He grins up at me.
When am I not?
Well, there was that one time you asked my mom for lemon and milk in your tea. John laughs and pulls the script from the envelope, pausing to weigh the thickness of the pages.
I confess, I probably should have guessed from the teapot that you meant Chinese and not English.
I'm sure she'll forgive you eventually. John opens the script and scans the first page.
Intriguing.
I lean forward. What is it?
Oh, now you're curious.
He flips the page over to show me the cover. A remake of Pygmalion? I don't even know. I grin and poke John's cheek. You'd be a brilliant professor.
Who says I'm the professor? What if they want me to play Eliza?
I'd watch that too.
I don't even know if I'll say yes yet.
Then hurry up and read it.
As you wish, milady.
John reads the script to himself quietly, pausing occasionally to flip to a previous page. I lean back in the couch and allow myself to shut my eyes and enjoy this brief moment together. The two of us have both stayed busy with work, but that makes our time together even more precious. In the garage, a mold of a prosthetic makeup piece is drying, waiting for my attention tomorrow. the calendar states that John has another early call time for a movie he's working on. But for now, it's just the two of us. The end! And you get to see all the chibis because... You guys get to see the chibis because I have gotten all of these chibis. So I'm going to go back to settings and I'm going to bring this back up again. We get this jazzy music that's just playing in the background. So I hope you enjoyed John's route. And I think next time, like, if you looked at, I don't know if Green showed you her background for Backstage Pass, but she doesn't have all these chibis, and I do, because it was a pain in the butt to get all of these chibis, actually. You have to get both the friendship route and the romance route, and oh my goodness, that's just, oh my gosh. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed John's route. I certainly enjoyed it myself. But his route is still not my favorite. I think I don't know which route I'm going to go for next. I'm tempted to do an extra route, but I don't know. Anyways, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video series, and I hope you guys have a great week. We'll be back with another route at some point. So I'll just leave this here, and I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll see you later. Bye!